Here we go. Yeah, let's do it. Mentor of the Meek. Let's see, make sure that we've got everything going on over here. That's funny. It shows the funky version in the draft pack. Huh. I'm not able to vote on Deckmaster. Let me try a restart of Deckmaster. In the meantime, Mentor of the Meek, Exclusion Mage are jumping out at me here. And that Inspired Charge makes me want to take the Mentor and try and wheel the charge and maybe end up in the Boros deck. I also like the Vampire, the Black-White Life Gain Vampire deck, which also can start from Mentor. So I think it's a pretty clear Mentor. How are we doing on? Can you vote yet? No voting. Huh. All right, well, too bad. I really like it when I can see what y'all think of things, but I am feeling like it's not accepting votes over there. Maybe if y'all understand how to help me, I can figure it out. Wow, I'm not sure what was taken out of the pack. Hey, we can find out exactly what was taken out of the pack. Let's do the print run here. Yeah, the vote doesn't seem to be taking. It's letting a click happen, but it's not really taking the vote. So we're Diamond Mare, yes. Fiddles is bringing up the print run here. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the packs in MTG Arena Limited have fixed orders of uncommons in the packs. It's something they should fix, but until they do, we should be looking at it for information. So by seeing Gutter Snipe and Colossal Majesty in this pack and an uncommon missing, we can go to the print run and we can look up either one of those. Let's look up Gutter Snipe. And we see that Colossal Majesty and Gutter Snipe have Diamond Mare and Siegebreaker Giant around it. And so, don't know. I can't. That's a sign to me of a bot preference, because this Isarath is clearly better than Diamond Mare or Siegebreaker Giant. So I'm not sure what the bot is saying, but I hope they don't want red, because actually we can just take this and maybe end up in the black-white deck. That'd be great. So yeah, we'll certainly take this and see where it goes. PM Barrett says, did you see the one the other day where someone got a Tezzeret pack 1 pick 4? No, but I'm also not surprised. If the bots are not in blue, they will ignore the Tezzeret if there's anything even remotely good. Not even remotely. If there's something solid in their colors, they will take it over a Tezzeret for sure. Supreme Phantom, not what we're doing here. We're going to pass that. I like a Drill Master here, potentially. Triggers the Mentor. Essence Scatter is great if we wanted to pivot towards blue. I would rather take the Essence Scatter. This is really a non-issue. But I think Drill Master is strong enough to take here. We could also take the Archer. Archer is strong as well. But Drill Master works with Mentor, and if we end up abandoning black, we can still be in a red-white deck that really uses this well. I think it's Archer or Drill Master, and I'm going to go with the cheaper one. But I don't. If you like the Archer there, I don't hate that pick either. We could take Neonate here. Not sure what the bots think of Neonate. We might even wheel the Neonate. I have a feeling they don't value it very much, in which case we just take another Drill Master. Renewal is okay, but I wouldn't want to take it here over a Drill Master, which I like better than Child of Night even. Another Neonate that might wheel. Lightning Mare is decent, but no reason not to just take a Starcrown Stag when we are so deep into white. Bunch of Neonates going around, and this is kind of a decision pick. I don't really like either of these right now, so we're looking at either kind of Neonate and heading towards white black in support of this Issereth, or we could take the Motivator and hedge towards a Boros deck. We haven't really seen much support for Boros going through, and I also haven't been checking print runs, unfortunately. I got a little distracted. Let's check the print run here at least. It's a little late to get great information out of it, but it's still worth checking here. Reliquary Tower has Vigilant, Baloth, and Blanchwood Armor in one direction, and Ether Shield, Artificer, and Arcane Encyclopedia the other. So it's probably Vigilant, Baloth, and the Artificer. So that's a green card and a white card. Yeah, that doesn't tell us too much. Pick 3 was Rogue's Gloves. Maybe pick 1 was Diamond Mare over Iserath, and the bots are overvaluing... Because I know that we wanted them to to value artifacts early for their flexibility. And maybe they're overvaluing the flexibility of early artifacts. Yeah, and actually, with Fiddle saying the last pack was missing a Gargoyle and pick 3 missing Rogue's Gloves, it does sound like the bots are really snapping up artifacts, which is very interesting to note. But I'm going to take the Neonate here. We got a great black rare, and haven't particularly seen any reason to believe that that red is, the red hasn't particularly been flowing here. And this is nice. We'd take any of these for our deck. And are we in the life gain? I think we just want the straight up destroy removal here. And then if we end up in something like this later, great. But right now I just want to take... take the generically useful cheap removal thing. I mean, heck, we could still end up in a red deck. We could drop Neonate and Awakener and like here, I would... Ooh, this is tough. Yeah, are we hedging towards the possibility of red-white, or do we just want to take the reasonable two-headed zombie that works with the black we've got going? So it's a tough one. You also have Havoc Devils that is arguable, but I think you would want Motivator here, especially with the Mentor. So, I think Zombie is good enough, though, right? Yeah, it looks like people are cool with the Zombie. We have a natural aversion to a 4/2 for 4, which is understandable. They tend to be so underwhelming. But with Menace, you can't do the thing which is the big knock on the 4/2 for 4, which is some Grizzly Bear trades with it. So okay, we'll do it. And the Charge came back, Revitalize came back, and Waltz came back. I don't think we want a bunch of waltzes, so I'm going to pass on a waltz for now, but I think with Neonate and Charge is really a Boros card. It's not that we can't make use of an Inspired Charge. But I kind of want to take the Revitalize in case we do get some more life gain synergies. If we get some of the black-white life gain payoffs in the next 2 packs, we'll be really happy to be running a Revitalized. And yes, I agree, the 1 waltz is good, but we have 2 more packs to pick up one of those. I think we can get one. And if we don't, not the worst. Okay. And yeah, but I'll play almost any number of Revitalize, especially if we get into life gain synergies. I don't want a ton if we don't, but I don't want more than 1 waltz. Yeah, that's kind of... Bash Bob says all 3 of these you'll see plenty of, and that may be fair. But I'm going to take this. Could probably just take the Creeper and work towards the Mentor stuff. I really don't think we are going to be red at this point. I really don't like this, though. That's not an aura I want to play. So really we're talking about a Field Creeper we hope not to play, or a Goblin Motivator just in case. I'm going to take Goblin Motivator just in case, but I don't think... Just because that other card is not, who cares, right? But here's another I don't want to play either of these 2, and best of 1, I don't think I want to start a Duress, so we'll bring a Sure Strike to the board in case that matters. Child of Night is fine here. right, let's get some payoffs. Windreader Sphinx is not a payoff for us, unfortunately. Cure of Blood is okay, but we can wheel that, I think. If it drained for as much as you gained, this would be great. But when you gain life, they get 1 every time. No matter how much you gain, they only drain 1. Vanguard, you say? I find Vanguard to be pretty underwhelming. But it does eventually just sit there and start ticking up 1 life if we do that stuff. Yeah, maybe we could take it on the hope. No, we can't really vote today, Queen. I'm looking at chat. Yeah, we don't have any great payoff. So if we took the Vanguard, it would be in the hopes that we find one, or like this comes around. I'll go ahead and start with the Vanguard, and we'll see if we can make it work. See if we can get there with it. Luminous Bonds, excellent. I think we take Luminous Bonds over the Caress, since it's a cheaper removal. And it's wicked cool. Hey, now we're talking. This is what we're looking for. Get in our deck. Now I want to start working toward that, but not so much that I'm going to play this. Still not worth playing this, but this I'll play. Like, these do something similar, but this I'll play. This I don't want. Hired Blade you want out of this pack. Now, Abnormal Endurance is a card I will play. The Aura I do not like, but this I actually like. So we're going to take Endurance. Fiddle says, I didn't realize until now that the visual effects even make your colors harder to see in draft. That is really unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. Frames matter. Frames matter. Stitcher's Supplier, not really a limited card. Not a great one anyway. We'll just take a pretty weak but playable child here. It's life gain. It's doing some of the stuff we want. I'd love to have a good old Suntail, or not Suntail, what's the, you know what I mean, Healer Hawk. The Healer's Hawk would be great, but this is just whatever, unless you're putting some auras on it. I kind of just want this again. I know it gains life, but I still don't really like the Priest. It does work with Mentor. I mean, you've come up with 2 things that make this meh card okay. Do we still really want it here? I still think it's Endurance. Yeah, Hanther and I understand Endurance. It's really good. It's really good even just saving a creature or turning a trade into trading for the Endurance instead of the creature. But if you can get some ETB stuff like with Mentor, it's sick. This is at its peak in white-red, I think, but we're still super happy to get it here. This is the one we do not like. We'll not be playing that. I could get another Menace Zombie. Could take a Novice Knight to have some early defense. We're not really gonna be making it attack ever. Land for potential splash was called for, and that's a reasonable call. I think it's between the Foul Orchard on that, but there's also Two-Headed Zombie, which is fine. Let's check curve. If we're stacked at 4, we can take the land. If we can fit some more at 4, I think I just want another zombie. Yeah, we only have 2 at 4. I'm going to just go ahead and take the zombie. I think it's good enough to take there. And yeah, we'll take another Revitalize. Vault Progress. Oh yeah, Siratemi points out that cast Endurance on Zombie after double block, and you're a very happy camper. So yeah, we'll just do that all day. How about that? Here's a place where we could take the land for the green splash, but Inspired Charge is reasonable enough with us potentially pumping out 1/1 bat tokens that I want to take the charge. Don't know if we even play it. We've got to look at our ratios of creatures and spells and stuff, but also really don't think we're playing the Rustwing. We might. 2 of these. I'll take 2, please. We could just take a Starcrown Stag, but no, we'll yeah, we'll take a second. And someone was asking about what's the deal with the corpse counter. It's just a way to make sure that you don't do a bunch of weird looping. Like, you only get to reanimate once is kind of what that clause is about. I want another Regal Bloodlord. I want some of these when I can take them, but I'm not taking it over a Gravedigger. Heck, this gives us 2 Regal Bloodlords, 3 Isareths, and 4 two-headed zombies. Rise from the Grave, probably good enough for us to run here, take and run here. It's a graveyard, so there's also the chance that we get something amazing from them, but bringing back Regal Bloodlord is totally worth it. I'd rather, you know, if there were a Gravedigger and a Rise, I would just take the Gravedigger, I think. But there's something to be said for putting it right back. Well, do we have... I mean, yeah, we don't have much removal, but we haven't passed much removal either, so... What are we going to do, you know? Yeah, we don't have much removal, so we have to maybe keep that in mind and be a little bit more aggro with our approach than we might have been previously. If I ever thought rare drafting were going to matter, I could take a Mistcaller, but it's just not going to matter to us with this set. Kill Panic says rare draft, but like, I mean, I suppose in 10 years, maybe... No, I can't even imagine that in 10 years they will have gotten me to draft enough Magic Core Set 2019 for rare drafting to matter. Pledge begins to make that playable as a strategy, but I don't... It's not... If we take this, I don't think we're playing it. We take Mind Rot as maybe something we might play, or an Expanse if we pick up a green splash from here, but that's unlikely. Fine, I'll take this, but I'm putting it on the board. I do not think we're playing it. I could take a Horizon Scholar, and then if we get a blue land to splash, we might splash that. Horizon Scholar or Sift are cards we might splash. Well, let's take the Scholar, see if we splash it. There's Invoke, I know, but I think we wheel it, right? Don't we wheel the Invoke? Maybe it didn't wheel before. Also, I don't love playing this main in best of 1, but I guess we can. We might. We could, if we got 2 lands, if we got 2 blue lands from here, I would absolutely play the Scholar. But I guess you're right that that's pretty unlikely. It's going to happen now, though. I'll take your Invoke, and then it'll summon the white blue and black blue tap lands. Here we can take a little payoff for the life gain here. And get some more life gain here, or Marauder's Axe. Take these small creatures and make them relevant. Marauder's Axe goes on a Regal Bloodlord token well, also. And we have places to make life, so yeah, let's take the Axe. Axe on Zombie, yeah, Axe on Zombie is the real deal. Flash 3/2 or Dumb 3/1. Let's check curve on that. Neither of these trigger the Mentor. We've got a lot going on at 2, so that's not really a consideration. So we just take the Hired Blade, actually. If we were stacked at 3 and low on 2s, I would have absolutely taken the Swift Claw, but we're actually pretty stacked on 2s. And we can be more stacked with what? Probably just a creature-based lifelinker as opposed to another Revitalize. Peacetime Fawn says it's basically murder. Basically. Chaplain or Revitalize. And yeah, I'm down with more creatures. Chaplain also triggers Mentor, so that's a great argument in its favor. Hopefully we don't even play the corpse. There's another Inspired Charge. Even though we're kind of a drainy, life-gainy type deck, we're not going to play that ever, so we'll take another charge, see if it makes the cut. Probably not. And here's that green land. We don't want that. We're not doing that. We'll put this in the board. There was an uncommon. I should have just taken that. Didn't see. Oh, we can even play yet another Revitalize. Fiddles asks, I know at one point the dev team said that they would eventually release an OSX MTGA client. Do you think that's still going to happen? I do think that's still going to happen because I think that Arena is the future of digital Magic. And therefore, they're going to eventually get it onto other platforms. Why it has slipped in the priority rankings at Wizards, I don't know. That's stuff that's happened since I left. When I was there, we were all very excited about being on a platform on an engine in Unity that would allow us to easily migrate to those platforms, but they may just be having a philosophy now of tighten down what we've got to the point of taking off the beta tag. I think probably their priority is getting the beta tag off of the PC version, and then they'll get expanding onto other platforms onto the roadmap. But I know they said something recently that bummed some people out about, it not being on the immediate horizon. So, yeah, that's Stranger Colin is pointing that out. He says, didn't WotC say recently in a press release that they don't have any current plans to move to other platforms? Yes, so that's what I'm getting at. They're carefully worded, no current plans, but it doesn't mean it's not going to get on the roadmap eventually. I don't see why they wouldn't want to be getting money from there. I mean, it was part of the reason to do it on this platform, so I think they will eventually. I just don't know when. Meanwhile, we have a whopping 8 cuts to make. We get to really figure out what this deck is about and what we want to be doing. I think we want to focus our efforts on making Regal Bloodlord and Mentor of the Meek excellent. Certainly, yeah, I like that as a starting place for sure. From Peacetime, no problem. That was an easy place to start. Queen asked, would I ever go back to Wizards? Sure, if there was a good fit, right opportunity, A two-headed, one of our 3 two-headeds can go. Yeah, that makes some sense. We want the other ones. We might even get rid of the Rise and just have Gravedigger and double Isareth be our Rising, right? Maybe one child. That puts us to 42. I really want to get frisky with abnormal endurance, but maybe we can cut one of these. What does that do for us? 17-7. Really like the Drill Masters. Since we don't have a lot of removal, we are going to be trying to be pretty aggressive here. So I like, the Stag and the Charge and the Angel. This is all pretty good, and this is kind of our long-term plan. One more cut. I kind of want the 2 Revitalize, but maybe that's correct. Let's see. Yeah, our Hired Blade I was also looking at. as a pretty weak creature here. We're pretty stacked on creatures. Don't want to dip too low on 3s though, is the problem. I guess we have a lot of 2s. We can just be doing another 2 on 3. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this 5 is iffy that we're ever really going to be casting it on 3. We might, but it's unlikely. So that's what's worries me about cutting the Hired Blade, and makes me want to take one of the 2s, and maybe that is a Drill Master. I really like the Drill Master, but if we're committing to trying to make the Regal Bloodlord work, we should keep the stuff that gains life. So yeah, that's why if cutting a 2 is like, Child is worse than Drill Master in the abstract, but yeah, Hired Blade doesn't work with Mentor. I get that, but we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Mentor creatures plus Bloodlord tokens. Neonate plus a 2-drop on 3 doesn't work, because, oh, you mean like cast Neonate and a 2? Yeah, I mean, that'll happen sometimes, sure. We could do, yeah, we could kind of keep it. I kind of want to keep the Drill Master and the Blade, so maybe I like that. Maybe we just do that. No, I think I want the charge. It's good for the bats, but it's also good for the fact that we are kind of being a little more aggro than Black-White typically is in the format, where we got an axe, we got 2-headed zombies, we're making tokens, and don't sleep on this as just a simple pump spell. A clunky giant growth, you know, a super clunky, super bad giant growth, but all you need a giant growth to do ultimately is win combat, and sometimes it just does that for 1 card. And so I want to try it in to start at least, and try to be a little more on the aggro side with this. We'll see if that works. And how about we call this Wake Up? How about let's see, what world? Oh, this is M19, but this is, do we know what world this Isareth is from? What plane is Isareth from? See ya, Fiddles. Be productive. Be productive. All right, let's go to Battlefield View, because I named the deck and I'm trying to make that my pattern. Let's see, plains over swamps. That doesn't seem right. We got Isareth. Why do they want? Yeah, that seems wrong. We'll do this for that, and then call it done. Oh, we're at 39. Hold on. 39. We get to add a card? Sweet. What do we want to add? Child and Endurance are called out. Let's take a look at our numbers again. We're at 16 creatures. Yeah, maybe adding another creature. I kind of like that Endurance back, though. That's kind of like adding another creature. Let's do Endurance. So good. We're going to blow them out. I love Endurance. I want it. Let's try that at least. See how it goes. Hey, Vahos. We have a pretty good looking white-black deck with some life gain components we're trying to make work. Yes, Endurance on Gravedigger, for example, is fantastic. Endurance on any ETB is amazing. And love this hand. Axe into Isareth. Or maybe Drillmaster. Yeah, Axe into Isareth, into Drillmaster, into the second 2-drop that you're going to draw from here. Although if we draw a second 2-drop, I'll play that on 2. I just want to get the ETB effect out of Drillmaster, if possible. So I'm going to spend my mana on the Marauder here. Oh, we can equip. That's what we can do. So we can go turn 3, Awakener, turn 4, Drillmaster, equip. And that is bad news for Oppo. If they don't kill this, if we get to pull that off, if we get to untap, equip, and have Drillmaster, Oppo is gonna take some pain. Well, we might just go Starcrown Stag and then set up Drillmaster Axe for the turn after. Might just curve out our whole hand and finish on Drillmaster. Yeah, let's think about that. Looks like Oppo's low on land. This is probably a clean attack. If it's not, we have Gravedigger to get it back anyway. So let's make him have something. Yeah, this into Regal Bloodlord, into Drillmaster Axe is not particularly beatable by a hand that has stalled out over there like that. Ooh, Chaplain. We get the Chaplain down first, then we can play the Bloodlord and it would produce a token on its first turn. And this is going to tap a creature. Yeah, I might be overthinking what is a nearly dead situation for Oppo anyway, but I am going to go... we'll set up for... let's go with this here. Yeah, and then attack. Games like this aren't too hard to win, almost regardless of the order you play things in. I think that was going to be a tough game for any Oppo to win. Yeah, Oppo probably hates Mana Screw too, although I do like it when it's like, well, you know, if I were Oppo, I'd be like, well, I got Mana Screwed, but look at this draw from my opponent. I wasn't going to beat it anyway. You know, may as well get screwed when you were going to lose to your opponent's God draw anyway. Oh, I don't think I've done record updating. How are we doing on that? Let's see. Go. 1-0. And we have M19 here. Anonymous cheer gives me a penny. I'll take it. Thank you for the penny. It's valuable to me that people participate in the system, even. Yeah, we'll keep this. We want a little more action than that Gravedigger, but assuming we can find something to throw that axe on, this looks good. Hanthor, thank you so much for the sub. Oh, Queen Dragon, thank you so much for gifting the sub. So kind of you. This is generally not something I consider a super playable card, but looks like Oppo's going aggro red-blue here. That's interesting. Great, that is the perfect draw in the face of this aggro red-blue. Like, perfect. Next turn we may get a chance to show Abnormal Endurance do something. Just want this Chaplain to survive. Awesome, Queen. I'm glad your stream is going well. Or that you're hitting your... whatever your goals are, it sounds like you're hitting them there. So that's sweet. Yeah, Chaplain holding off your team. Okay, we cannot create 3 creatures here, but it looks like we get Endurance and Vanguard, or Vanguard and Axe. But we can start... Actually, I'm just going to go... the Chaplain is holding him back right now. Let's just go Vanguard and Axe. And then we have lots of possibilities next turn. We can equip the axe and have the endurance ready for both the creatures. I really like that a lot. If we can untap intact, I think we're in great shape. Ideal would be a 2-drop, like we draw a Drill Master that allows us to turn on the Vanguard while still giving us 2 mana for the endurance or the axe. No plays from 4-land, 4-spell, or 4-land, 4-card Oppo. I'm going to put the axe on the Vanguard. It spreads out where our power is and allows the Vanguard to get in on the action here. But it doesn't give us the best life swing. Just thinking this through. I'm going to put it on the Vanguard so that both creatures can attack. I think we'll gain enough life through the end of this to make this attack work out well. They don't have any good blocks here, barring spells in hand. Like, if they could mess us up with spells in hand. Part of me, I even kind of just want to let this go and see if they do anything here. Is that crazy? Yeah, I'm going to just actually... I'm going to pass here. And then I can move the axe to the Chaplain. I just decided I wasn't willing to commit to the endurance into that open mana. I was okay with that trade and setting up this Chaplain to be a beast. But really, if I had decided that I would not be willing to abnormal into the open mana, then I should have just put the Marauder's Axe on the Chaplain and attacked only with the Chaplain, I think. So I kind of changed plans midstream there, which isn't great, but it's also, it's worse to stick to a plan you've decided is not the best. Well, I was exactly worried about that thing, Rudy, which is why I didn't want to play into it. And I kind of expected him to play a shock there, and then I would have looked like a genius, right? Because if you have abnormal endurance there and they have a shock, you are so blown out. And if they shock and you have the abnormal endurance, I mean, it's the classic giant growth lightning bolt lesson of LIFO or whatever, but yeah, we can probably just throw the bonds on the mage here, the wind mage. Yeah, I know you were agreeing, Rudy. We're on the same page. On the same page. And Chaplain with an axe goes a long way to recovering in races. I'd like to draw some better action, but I'd consider Gravediggering for the Vanguard, play both, and Vanguard gain some life or whatever, but it's not a very exciting play. I'd rather draw my Bloodlord or something. Hey, she may have an axe, just get out of her way. You don't mess with her, you don't taste the axe. Mentor is nice. Yeah. Send in the Chaplain, drop the Mentor, and have the Endurance. I'm pausing here instead of just snap enduring because we can just Gravedigg the Chaplain back, and Endurance on Gravedigger. That's a play. I actually kind of like that. Do we care about the Chaplain this much? I'm gonna let him have it. I think so. Maybe that's just being greedy. You're just being greedy, Ryan. Stop it. It does lose the equip anyway, though. Maybe I'm not crazy. We should save the Mentor, which is the better card. I'm going to let this happen and go with Mentor, holding Endurance, because we get a lot out of this by making sure the Mentor stays alive. It's greedy, but I also think it's like, this means this, it's it's not losey, right? Like, how do we lose if we resolve this Mentor of the Meek and protect it with an Endurance? Like, yeah, they had to cancel it, but we still get, we even get to Gravedigg it. Although, of course, the whole fun part was that we were going to have it out while we drew a card off Gravedigger and then drew another card off the thing we replay off Gravedigger, you know? So our sweet setup definitely got disrupted by that cancel, but I think we're in decent shape here. We dig for the Mentor, play it, and then hopefully next turn the Gravedigger attempts to trade with something, and the Endurance gets the Gravedigger back, and we can still get all of our glorious greed if this stuff survives the turn. I want them to play something that will block the Gravedigger. No. Well, looks like we should keep these creatures around in the face of removal, at least. And we'll put because we have the endurances, I'm going to go eggs and... No, we'll go here. Let's tempt them to take out the Gravedigger so that when it ETBs, it brings something back. Kind of splits up our power. Yeah, that's a reasonable play, but this is why we don't really like active treason, right? I mean, I guess it's not really a reasonable play unless they're winning, which is the thing, right? They've spent a card and 3 mana to hit us for 4, but unless they do something to sack it, it's just not worth that card. And Abnormal Endurance does not say you control, so if they take an action to sacrifice it, we can abnormally endure it and it'll come back on our side. I don't know how you sack it in blue-red per se, but... Well, there you go. Answered. And it was a cost. Oh, that's unfortunate. So since it's an additional cost to Thud, we do not get to save it. Boo. Well, all right, they get that. So now suddenly that they are changing the race in their direction pretty significantly. Interesting that they went to my face. I guess they're just trying to race. And we need to find tools. That doesn't hurt. We're done trying to protect Mentor. We just want to get on with it here. Oh my gosh, that was their last card? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Painful. I do have one article, but it is a little out of date now. There's still good info in it, though. Just make sure to keep in mind what's changed about the economy since that article came out. I don't want to lose this one. We were in great shape. We were in fantastic shape. Oppo just had all the right tools at all the right times. Let's see if we can get back into it with this, though. Ooh, take Vengeance is fine on the flyer. Let's see, this says can't block 1, 2, 3, 4, so they can make 2 things not block. So if we can't gain life, we're just dead, right? So maybe we're just dead. Darn it. Well, we start here, and then we hope they miss the don't block. I mean, they're not gonna, but... yeah, I suppose that's true. We also swing in with the Mentor, see if Hacky Peter is gonna eat the Desperation attack. Nah, they've got it figured out. Still don't like this combo unless they have a bunch of them. If you have like 2 Thuds and maybe, but I don't like those as a 1-2 because they're neither are particularly good without the other. Well, if they went for the kill on the Child of Night and they were low on mana, we would get them. But even if they go for the kill on the Child of Night, they still have enough mana to make the giant unblockable here. Oh, it returns tapped anyway, yeah. Reading cards since 1993. 94 myself. Alright, you got it, buddy. You got it. Darn it. Really thought we had that one in hand and it slipped away. And it slipped away to some cards I don't respect, which is not my favorite feeling, but you know. It happens. Actually, hold on. If I can cancel... Be right back. I'm going to refill my coffee. I'm not going to do a song or anything. It'll be like a minute or less. Be right back. It's going to be more than a minute because I can't mute my mic. I've been pretty good. I found like a little technique that's been working. Now that's not working. Alrighty. Put that loss behind me and find 6 more wins here. My back has been doing good. It kind of recovered over the weekend in many good ways. That's a lot of planes, and I really don't want 4 planes. But I also don't want to mulligan Chaplain into Stag, so we're going to keep. Mirror match, but we found a 2 and they didn't, although we don't have a 3, so this could get evened up in a hurry here. I would like no more lands for the rest of the game, please. I think we're good on these 6. We'll attack with the Chaplain, see what happens. Could be a hired blade of their own, but we'll trade. We'll go ahead and trade Abnormal Endurance for a hired blade, I think. We could just not attack and play the Stag. Actually, I really want to get the Stag down this turn, and it feels like hired blade, so I'm not going to trade the point of life for giving up this Starcrown Stag on this turn. So I'm going to say no attacks and cast the Starcrown, and we'll deal with the blade later. They clearly paused there. They had instance they could play and chose not to. Maybe they're going to do the thing of like, aha, I'm going to make them think they were wrong, and then we'll really get them this time, right? And if that's the case, I got bad news for Oppo, but we're going to spring the trap now. Ha-ha, says Oppo. Ha-ha, says us. That's a good turn. We do get a zombie here that will at least trigger the Vanguard. I wish it would pretend we had something other to do than that. And I'm going to just attack with a Chaplain. I don't want to trade the Vanguard for the Creeper. We have life gain combos where the Vanguard is fine to just sit there and gain 1 life a turn. The old Vanilla 6.5. Well, that Vanilla 6.5 is good enough right now, because we'll be trading the zombie for the creeper, and we don't want to do that. So we're just going to drop the neonate, and we'll just head our life total in this direction. And I suppose if this Bog Stomper attacks, what do we do? Are we double blocking, casting the Hired Blade, and putting... we'll see. Maybe we just try and... outlast him. Say no attacks here. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I did start a personal store on tcgplayer.com if you want to... Oof, that's no... Could be worse. They're not too wide yet. I'm working on building out my inventory, so I don't have a ton up right now, but the inventory will grow. And if you're looking for Magic singles and and I happen to have what you're looking for, you can support my efforts that way. Hired Blade for Creeper. Take 7 this time. Could just take 10, go to 18. We're going to start taking damage in the air from the Angel, though. We could drop the blade and do zombie and blade on Bog Stomper. Then we still have 3 creatures and are gaining like 2 per turn, which kind of outpaces the Angel. I think I'm going to do that. Let's... The Bog Stomper is big enough that I think we just need to get rid of it here at a cost to ourselves, or try. If they have a pump spell or something, it could go poorly, I suppose, if they can make that 8 toughness. Yeah, I am looking for inventory. I'm buying collections right now, buying individual singles. I'm trying to be competitive with Card Kingdom when I can on buy prices. They kind of set the standard of buy prices in the marketplace, but sometimes they're just buying it higher than I can match. But for the most part, I'm trying to match Card Kingdom on buy. And yeah, it would take buy collections in bulk and all that stuff. Okay, what are we doing here, though? We have... Drill Master going to make the Chaplain 3/3 lifelink first strike. That seems great. Let's do that. Right on, Valhallas. You know where to find me. Now we might just have the legs here to just do this 12 times, basically. Depends, we'll see. They obviously have a deck of their own. Oof. Worked hard to get rid of that Bog Stomper. Looks like we're going to have to do it again. No dead artifacts yet. I'm doing this now because their hand is exposed. We know what they've got there. Oh, cool. So it's gonna almost instinctively wanted to throw this there, but I suppose we just need to save this for the big boy. And do we have any reasonable attacks here? No, that's true. We don't really have reasonable attacks, but we do have the neonate, and we're heading basically in the right direction. So I think if we nullify the 6/5, we're still good here. Yeah, basically we're losing 1 a turn and they're losing 1 a turn, and that's a good race for us, so we're happy with that for right now. No reason to, because we can throw the chaplain in front of it. We have to take a turn off from using the neonate, but with the ability to get the stuff back, that's worth it. And we want to do this anyway. Yeah, nothing there for us. Nice. Let's see if this happens. And we still have 4 to bring back our stag. And we're going to trade Innistrad for the pack beast, but along the way we will get our stag back. And in fact, we can just kind of attack with everything here. Well, no, they've got this. So I guess they just get to trade that off. But we'll still send in Innistrad. Get the stag back. In the graveyard? No, but there is in our deck. Oppo gets a little life back. Oh, the inspired charge is going to be brutal for them. Wow. And a good example of why I still wanted it in the deck. I think this is just GG. I haven't done the math. Math is for blockers. They get 1 more turn. There's our Gravedigger. Unneeded. Still had all these Gravediggers. thank you for the cheer. 2 cents. This time from the anonymous cheerer. I don't know if that's a user named an anonymous cheerer or whether you can cheer anonymously and someone's having fun throwing pennies around. But again, I even appreciate throwing pennies around because it reminds everybody that you can throw pennies around or larger sums around as you wish. Looks good. Need a little extra land here, but it's got the makings of a curve out. Not that we're going to cast charge on 4, but this 2/3/5 is super nice. Excuse me. All right, we even got the nice mix of land here. Start with the Hired Blade over the Innistrad. They both deal 3. They get the Inspired Charge, but they don't get any of our good stuff. Oh, might as well have the option of both at least. Wow. Sopho thinking about blocking for a second? I don't know. I guess Hired Blade has the drawback of that it trades with the Highland game, whereas Innistrad does not. But I'm still going to start with the Blade. The Hired Blade no longer trades with the Highland game. But we're actually not even that bad of in a racing spot here. Depending on what else they do. Ooh. Or we could just crush their soul right out of them. Queen, so nice of you, and you gave it to Double D's. I love my community. Well, we could do Mentor first and then Regal Bloodlord. And in fact, it's not like anything's getting through here with the Bristling Boar. So I am gonna just I'm gonna play the Mentor of the Meek out. If we draw a land, we can play the Regal Bloodlord and draw off of it. I think you're right, Queen. A most deserving recipient of your generosity. Oh yeah, I will happily do that. All day long. They must... Oh, trick time? Sure. I'll trade it for a trick too. Great, we found the land, so we kind of get it all here. Oh wait, is it one? Yeah, great. Card draw. We're gonna make a 1/1. Skyrider Patrol, excellent card. But now I have to reread it. I remember it's excellent. I don't remember what it does. Flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay Simic. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control, and that creature gains flying until end of turn. Strong, yes. It is as strong as I remember. I am not interested in that trade. I may be interested in suiciding a Daybreak Chaplain to create a token, generate a card, etc. I think that's worth it. They might not, because we can awaken it back, potentially even. Is that crazy? They're going to start using this maybe yeah, we got to leave flyers back anyway. I think it's worth it because we draw a card off it. Yeah, it's just trading the ability to ever do it again, whereas if we wait until, like, the Chaplain is savable... Oh yeah, it's not a trade unless they do try. That's fair. Yeah. I was overthinking it. I was feeling like this was going to eat it, but that makes it very simple. Math is for blockers and people more competent than me, apparently. Yeah, it's great to trade a child for that. We just want to make sure to keep one available for that. If we do that, we can't cast the zombie. I'm going to start with the zombie then. The weird things we say when playing Magic. Yeah, my favorite MTG out of context on the stream so far was when I was talking about how we needed to turn on our jugglers with panthers. It's weird jugglers. Are we chumping? Not yet. We can chump later. Later it gets even bigger anyway. Oh, abnormal endurance, also great. What else does it allow us to attack with is one question. No life gain happening this turn. I kind of like attacking with everything because I think they will block with the Skyrider Patrol if we attack with everything, and then it's really good for us. So, and if they smell it out and don't, the next turn they're 5, 6, 7, like attacking for 8, 9, which is not 10, so we're not even dead on the crackback if they sniff it out. But we can also play a creature as well afterwards. So yes, I'm going to send it all in. Yeah, single. It's all pretty telegraphed, but what are they going to do? Now I'm going to play the stag, and if we need to, if we want to, we can just even chump with the stag. Like, if we're that worried. I don't think they can attack, though. That helps them out. Now we have to chump. Oh, but they're not going to attack anyway, so there you go. Definitely sending in the two-headed zombie, and Starcrown Stag makes that... Let's see, we can send in flyers. Yeah, we just send in... play the Vanguard to gain some life. That's going to give us a chump. That's going to give us... Oh, man, this is just a lot of goodness. Oh, wow. We get that as well. I'm trying to, because we could cast this, but then we don't get Mentor Trigger off of Bloodlord, and I kind of want that. Why do we draw another card? Oh, they're Daub? Let me see. I like it when they're daubed. So this can't be blocked. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then they block this 8 or 8, 9. Yeah, it is daubs. Okay, good. Do we even need to do that? Yeah, we play Epicure. It gets even better. It's lethal, but this is extra lethal. Extra lethal is better than lethal. Alright. Came back with a win on that one. Deck is good. $0.03. My anonymous cheerer is just tripled up on their initial generosity. It's probably my son upstairs trolling me. If so, joke's on him, getting my son to pay me. One for every win? Maybe that's it. Yeah, black, white, red, white, green, blue, blue, black are kind of my stack ranking of where I end up around here. Sure, keep this. We even get turn 2 attack for 3. Hey, Bri Chan. I think you'll find a lot of LR compatriots around here. I'm going to go ahead and play the Hired Blade main phase to trigger the Vanguard, even though we don't have good attacks this turn. Planes would be the ideal draw so that we have the Inspired Charge play available, but mainly I want to play the Zombie next turn. Hey, well, can't get the Inspired Charge, we do get the Zombie, so can't complain about that. The Inspired Charge and the Angel make me not want to offer any trades here, though. We're just going to sit back and try to get in great attacks off of these two. Planes remains the ideal draw in the deck, but I would even take a Swamp and get that Angel going. Well, there's the Swamp to get that Angel going. And since our minimum power is 3, it trades with everything out there. I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to do it. Not so easy with that two-headed zombie there. You must offer the Chaplain as well. That surprises me. I expected the Hired Blade to trade with the Line Breaker. But I'll take the 2-for-1. I can't read your crazy moon language, Oni. Internet cookie for anybody who gets the reference. I can't read your crazy moon language. It's one of my favorite lines. Probably my second favorite line from my favorite cartoon. I think this is just awfully a lot like winning if they don't have anything here. Well, make him have something. All right. Still looking all right on our team, but let's see. That quote was from the Tick. The Tick. Oh, there you go. The middling mage. No, thank you. Tip of the cap to the middling mage. My two favorite I still think Peak Tick was the cartoon series from the 90s, and Peak Cartoon Series was the episode That Mustache Feeling. So if you want to check out Peak Tick, go look up the episode of the cartoon called That Mustache Feeling. Has my favorite line of the series in that episode, which is, Arthur, my mustache is touching my brain. That's my favorite. Yeah, so we get to just tackle everything here. There's a force block here, a force block here, so the Vanguard just gets through. Oh, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm in the middle of watching the latest round of the series. I'd have to look it up on my timeline on Twitch, but I am an OG Tick fan, like seriously OG, and I have the cred to prove it. The Tick started out as a comic book published by New England Comics in the late 80s, in 88. Yeah, the Tick is crazy. The Tick has amnesia and is very noble, but is very like a noble toddler is the Tick, you know? Yeah, Arthur's dad in the Amazon series is great. His stepdad is great. Anyway, this we got it! Yay, another win. Put that up there. New England Comics was a comics retailer. They had ads in the back of comic books and stuff. You could buy singles mail order from them, and they published this comic book. They published The Tick, and I was working in a comic book store at the time, and I also ordered a lot of comics from New England Comics, and their service was great. I loved that company, and so I was like, all right, they're publishing a comic. I'll give it a shot. And they released issue 1 and 2 at the same time, special editions. And so I ordered 1 and 2 from them, and I loved it. I loved it right away, immediately, thought it was great. Started pushing it on everybody at the comic book store. And in fact, I'm telling the story and I don't have the payoff to show you right now. I'll bring it in some other, I'll get it for the future though. But I love the comic so much, I wrote a fan letter to Ben Edlund, the creator of The Tick. After reading those 2 issues, I told him, I said I was worked in a comic book store. I've told all sorts of people to read it, and they love it. And then, on a whim, I closed my letter with, P.S. I would French kiss a wall socket for a Ben Edlund original. And not only... my letter got published in issue 3. So if you look at the Tick number 3 and look at the letters at the back of the comic, there is a letter from me signed Ryan Spain. So I got proven cred having my letter in issue number 3. And Ben Edlund sent me a drawing of the Tick that I'll get on and put on stream at some point and maybe retell the story. But it's a picture of the Tick pointing at a wall socket saying, "Get your rubber shoes and a camera, pal." And it is maybe my most prized possession that isn't like a family thing or isn't like a thing, you know, it's one of my most important possessions that's like a unique object that's not a family related thing, you know? And partly because that thing is dated, and it is amazing to have a custom drawing of the Tick by the creator of the series from 1988. 88. I have a original Tick drawing. It's my coolest possession, I think. And I have it packed. It was at work, and then like I have a box of stuff from Wizards that I brought after I left Wizards that I haven't even unpacked yet. I'm sure it's in there. I did not read Salmon Max. I'll check that out. All right. Also looking good. I reneged. And one of my greatest regrets in life is that I got the joke wrong. A wall socket isn't nearly as funny as light socket. I should have said light socket, because you can't really successfully like French kiss a wall socket. It's really awkward. Your tongue doesn't fit in there. But if I had said light socket, like you can really imagine French kissing that. And that, I gotta forgive my high school self for not seeing the better humor line there. Look, Oni, I just had a birthday. I don't need you to tell me how old I am, all right? Hoping for a swamp to keep this going, but we do have Revitalize. That's all right. But nothing to... This is instant. Nothing to create an attack here, so we'll pass. Bunch of babies, all of you. Take the 3 here, find some land. There we go. Cast our spells now. We'll go Stag, and then we have Awakener Vengeance next turn. No attacks, though. Again, we have pump team stuff in the deck, so we're not really looking to offer trades unless it's close to lethal to do so. Looks like they're going a little wide here as well. We got a Drill Master. What can that get us? Well, we can Vengeance the Flyer if we wanted. Drill Master gets us pretty good. We get a first striking 4/2 Vanguard and a Stag that can tap down. If we attack with a Stag, they're going to double block and take it out, and we can Isareth it back. So that's a possibility. But we could also just send in the Vanguard alone this turn and drop Isareth afterwards. We don't have anything dead anyway, though. I kind of just want things to die because of that anyway. Let's start with this. That's a good point, Hanthor. Maybe I should have saved that for an Isareth attack, but here we are, so we're going to do it. A reasonable line for sure. And do we offer the Stag to then buy back with Isareth? Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's keep making them... We can trade off here because we'll get it back. At least that's the plan. I guess if they kill the Isareth, we'll be sad about this. Yeah, actually, I'm going to leave it back. We're just going to send in the Vanguard, play Isareth, and play a little more defensively. We have a reasonable aggro, but we have a good long game too, so we can play both sides. Yeah, I guess if we put it on the Stag, it also would have gotten through for 5. But when I put it on the Vanguard, I thought we were attacking with the Stag as well, so... Well, it would be 5-3 first strike, but yes, you're... Keep changing my plan mid-turn, and it's really making it inefficient. It's not good. Well, guess what, Oppo? Sorry. So now I kind of do... We can go Isareth now. Just trying to figure out if we're attacking with the Stag again here or not. I don't think so. Both of these two trade with what they've got, and we have some grave digging. So I'm just going to go ahead and offer these up. Probably trade off the Vanguard for that token. No? Yeah, Hex, that's what I'm doing. They don't seem interested in trading, though. So, okay, we'll do this. Yeah, we do want to do that. I understand the warning. Choose the legendary permanent you wish to keep. We wish to keep the unbonded one. And I do think we want to just go... Well, I was going to say we want to take out the bloodletter, but it's... I don't really care about it. And there may be something better that comes along. I'm going to be a little patient with the Take Vengeance. Looks like the Awakener goes into the cage. All right, well, that looks good for us again. And again, we're going to telegraph it openly, but who cares? What are you going to do? Stop us. Inspired Charge. Good card in this set. Oh, that's right. Why didn't it... Yeah, I should have neonated. Sorry. My bad. I was all planning on doing that and then just missed it. We will... do this, so they have to sack real cards. I don't think we did main deck that enchantment removal. There was too much good stuff. Not to buzz market AM PM, but cuts had to be made. They're reading the Inspired Charge loud and clear and are at least trying to get something out of it, but I don't think that just loses them the game. I mean, the trouble is that's the thing with Inspired Charge. It's like, yep, I'm telegraphing Inspired Charge. What are you going to do about it? You know? Like, this is the best they can do is make sure the corpse trades with the Drill Master, you know? I mean, they know 100% that this was coming. It's just that we did not leave them with many good choices in that context. That's true. I was thinking of wanting them not to be able to throw away their most fragile creature. It's not like we have bounce anyway or anything, so... That's annoying, but we can kind of get there on Neonate from here unless they have additional removal. They might. Maybe it's time to start using Vengeance. I think so. Like, they may play something else, but I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Intad would wait. I understand. I was probably impatient. I do that sometimes. You always just want to play your cards, you know? But I was probably impatient there. This is basically a free attack for them. Sure doesn't feel like they have anything. Auto tap says they have no black cards in hand, though. They could have a pump spell here. I guess it's not worth it. Yeah, discard was somewhat what I was thinking about, but I'm not going to do anything to put at risk Neonate as a win condition here. We will play the Blade early, though, so that Vanguard triggers. Oh, you know, I think I thought Neonate took black to activate, which is why I thought I couldn't. That's what reading cards, you know? You think you have them down, and you stop reading them, and then... Dumbness. Oppo has... Awakener as well. It doesn't matter where they're getting back out of that. They're getting back extra dudes or a drain and a flyer. We can handle all that. No reason to use the endurance here either. Right? I mean, we get attack, but then what? Doesn't... We'll just wait. It keeps our Neonate protected mostly. And it makes it so that I'm willing to put the Neonate in front of the Walking Corpse and see what they've got. Yeah, we can eat the Awakener as well. Although we could do that anyway with the Hired Blade. Like, I don't think I necessarily want to save the Hired Blade with the Endurance. We want to keep the Neonate alive with the Endurance. Oh, come on now. I mean, they're common. Or they're uncommon, sorry. I was thinking of them as common, but nah, it's tough to get 3 good uncommons like that. Clearly, though, it happens. Hey, I like Gravediggers. Don't you like Gravediggers? What do we have? Do we have anything that flies? No, but we have Isareth to get back, so we'll do that. Does Drillmaster make any sense? I guess we can just Drillmaster, get cavalry back with the Isareth. Yeah, that's true. We could also just get Drillmaster now, but if they chump, what does that do for us? Let's see. They chump, but then they still have... it opens up attacks, but it wouldn't be... I don't like it. I'm gonna get Isareth, and we'll get Cavalry Drillmaster back after that. And we still have Abnormal Endurance, which I hope to use on this Gravedigger. Yeah, getting Master with Isareth is very juicy. That would be something else. Cage number 4. This could work out for us, depending how this turn goes, because they'll probably leave the Gravedigger up, try to tap down like Hired Blade or our Isareth. Oh, we need more black, though. Really would love to weirdly draw a swamp, or just some flyer action that would end this quick. Yeah, they could take that. They could attack with that, and we would not block. Well, we may. Actually, I might with the endurance and just re-trigger the Gravedigger and go ahead and get that Drill Master back now. That's worth it, right? I'll do it. And we got the swamp. But now, of course, I don't need it as much as I did before that play. Let's... Who are we drill mastering? The Vanguard? They gotta block it all, but they can eat the Gravedigger with the Stag and then chump and trade on the other axis. Still, we're gonna do it, so let's do that, and then we'll throw it here. And then we're happy, you know, if they want to eat the Gravedigger, we get to Isareth it back next turn. Just keep applying this pressure. It feels like, unless this is some miracle cards and they get to cast a couple of important spells per turn, I think this just grinds them down. I think that's right, Oppo. What you gotta do. No? Gonna do that. Sure. Yeah. That was just, yeah, whether they were keeping Stag or Awakener was the only question. But keeping Awakener allows them at least to theoretically be able to bring stuff back, but they're just choked on mana. I don't see how they win from here without a sweeper. And there is a, you know, if they have one of the if they have a sweeper, they can potentially recover here. Hopefully this tank is suggestive that I need to update the record with another win. They're looking for a way out, and hopefully they can't find it. Bloodletter for a life gain? What are they going to do here? I think Bloodletter still doesn't get a win here. Oh yeah, we're not blocking nothing. No blocks today. Okay. I'll take it. Advance up to 5-1 on the track. We are not at buy-in back yet, but we are 1 win away from profit. And even if we were to lose here, it wouldn't be too bad. 5 cents from my anonymous win cheerer. Thank you. Thank you, Hathor. Looks nice. And we even have something to do on 2 now. Although maybe we even want to just activate the Neonate since it does damage. But we're only on 3 land and we want to find more, so let's go look for land. No, I didn't want to greed with the Mentor. Maybe I should have. It's not like it's doing that much, but now it'll block. You know, I just felt like I should be playing the stuff out. And here, Mentor doesn't even get anything, but if we draw a 2-drop, then we're going to want to have Mentor in play, so we'll do this. Yeah, now I'm kind of wishing I did. I thought it made sense to me to play it and not get greedy about it, but oh, this one's tough. So we do get abnormal endurance to protect with it. How much is this to do? Cost 1. 3 charge card, remove a charge card. So they can, for only a mere 1. In fact, they could do it now. They could destroy it. So I'm going to play it defensive here. And we have abnormal endurance and neonate activation. And with this wand threatening to destroy our Mentor, I'm going to make sure we keep that at the ready. Oh, sorcery speed. Okay, good to know. Are they going to do it now? Well, with sorcery speed and them doing it that way, maybe we'll go ahead and play the blade here. Or try. See what they want to do. I do not want to use the endurance to save the blade. So we could play Child of Night and trigger the Mentor and activate it, and then if we find a land, we have the abnormal endurance. If we don't, we are giving up the Mentor to the wand, basically, but we will have gotten a card out of it, and we don't have anything else in hand to trigger it. So I'm going to risk it. We're going to go for it. And I'm going to pay the extra... Well, actually, I shouldn't do that until... They might counter it or something, in which case I do not want to have that white floating. I just don't want to use the black. In case we draw a land and have the endurance available. Alright. No luck. Now the Mentor is at risk. But I think it was correct. We needed to look for land anyway. Oh, they're letting us get another activation out of it? Fantastic. We'll take it. Okay. I got no problems with that. They could have a blade, right? The hired blade, but we do have endurance in that case. So I'm going to do it. Uncomfortable chill. All right. I'm just happy they haven't taken away my mentor yet. Although now they could. Now I'm ready. Oh, they got their own gravedigger. What are they going to go get? They've got... Oh, a scholar? Well, kind of barely matters. Doesn't not matter, though. Does block our stuff currently. All right, land. We like land. Land helps. Don't know if it actually makes it anything change right now, though. I just want to get more land. It just doesn't change anything this turn. I'm going to still say stay defensive behind this combo because they're not doing anything. Snapping Drake is annoying. We can put the Angel up in the air for that eventually. Yeah, let's Chaplain draw land, or well, draw land is, I hope. Yeah, we did. Cool. And then we have the same stuff up. Attack all? No, I don't think I want to attack all. Jeez, chat really wants me to just go all in. Okay, I'll just start attacking with all every turn, because that's what chat wants. Yeah, I don't know what... I'm really surprised by their choices here as well. I don't know. Now I like Angel into Do What You Will. We have a Gravedigger. I did. I've been remembering. Totally did. I didn't? Did I forget? Wow. I'm clearly getting older because I was like looking at it the whole time. Oh well. Little punt. Hopefully we are controlling enough here that that's not going to cost us. Although here I am looking to... Yeah, maybe we save the Angel. Let's play the Stag. Let's just play the Stag. Man, how many end of turn triggers have I forgotten in my life? It's a lot. It is a lot. There they go with it. Do I even care about that, though? Yeah, I do. Let's go ahead and save it. Or try. What you got, Oppo? Counterspell for that? I'm okay with that, too. We've got Gravedigger. Not a mentor trigger on the Starkground. Right? Maybe I don't understand what y'all are talking about. Yeah, shouldn't I? Oh, right. Yeah, I don't get the oxen because I... Yeah, why didn't I get an ox? You may know? Oh, he returned. I didn't see. Sorry. My bad. Happened too quickly. Okay, well, at least I was afraid it was like a bug in the system or something. That's fine. And we drew another abnormal endurance. That's funny. Well, I'm just going to play this again then, and we'll reset and head towards this same situation. Deja vu. Unfortunately, no mana left for a trigger. Switcheroo there was like, it was okay, but not the end of the world for us. I don't care too much about that. Just trying to figure out sequencing now. Can we, if we Angel of Dawn here, the only thing they've got untapped are 2 3s and a 4/4. Unfortunately, the 4/4 gets to eat something, but it does put them under a lot of pressure. The other option would be to, like, we could, well, let's see, what do we have in the yard? We can get Vanguard back or Blade back. We don't want that, so we're gonna Digger later. No 2-spell opportunities here, since we only have the 1/3. We could do a 4 and activate the Neonate. If we do 4 and activate the Neonate, we could do 2-headed zombie, activate Neonate and Angel next turn. That's a pretty big turn. I kind of like that. What if we wait next turn on the Angel and we play the zombie here? Vanguard. What Vanguard are we talking about? I'm going to do my play. Not sure it's correct, but I like it. It's a little slow now that they've got a big 4/4 flyer, but I think it's also pretty good for us if they get aggro here. I guess if... And they're out of cards, right? That's pretty annoying. What do we have to... We're going to have to ditch something. Of course they ripped that off the top. What a rip. What a rip. We want the Angel. Kind of want everything here. I guess we ditch the Epicure. And we get it back if we want to with the Gravedigger. See, I don't think this is the worst. Like, it's really stinky that they found a Symbiont off the top instead of a land. Like, they went Symbiont and an Omen Speaker instead of just one-time land on the top. Of course, they've been pretty flooded, so I'm not complaining. We've gotten way more spells than they have, so... Oppo's doing a great job of managing their lesser resources to keep this tight here. Yeah, let's Angel it up now. Don't show them that we don't have anything, please. Even though kind of doing this does that exact same thing. And now with the 4-power thing gone, everything we attack with trades. Yeah, right. Like, I know, right? Like that, you can't win either way. Either you let it auto tap you, or you show that you're not letting it auto tap you, and therefore, yeah, I know what you mean. I still do what's technically correct, right? I guess we just attack with everything. It's all got vigilance, right? And what do we care about? Like, if they eat the mentor now, like if the mentor dies, we don't even care that much about that. Yeah, I'm not going to manual tap each turn, that's for sure. Not neonate because we don't want it to die? Why not? Hanthor doesn't want to send the neonate. I don't think they're gonna. They can't really afford to block and kill that. I mean, they got to put 2 of these creatures on it to kill it. If they want to put 2 blockers on the neonate, and we have the Gravedigger, I say go for it. Well, the neonate is vigilance. It can still ping. I did hit attack all, didn't I? Did it? Am I going crazy, or did I, like, attack all and it didn't, like, show the animation? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Check in the blocks. Yep, all is expected. We lose the mentor, but we can get the mentor back if we want, so all good. Yep. Angel dead. Can't do Gravedig Angel in the same turn, but we can Gravedig Isareth. This is close. This neonate, forgetting to ping neonate, could really come back to haunt me here. That was this game, right? I can't remember now. Ooh, Luminous Bonds. Does that give us a win? We nullify this. They block our 2 biggest on the ground, which is, well, 4, basically. And then the rest get through. Yeah, I think that's just GG. All right, nice run in this one, huh? Thank you, Anon. Yeah, that was a good one. Maybe I'll put that on the good games list. And we've made profit, and this account is killing it, and we're going to get 7 wins and move on. Would like to find something besides a drill master if we can. A lonely drill master on turn 2 is a sad play, but we might make it anyway. Yeah, I really don't love doing this, but I mean, we've got a decent curve out here. We should pursue it. Too many swamps, though. Enough with the swamps. No more swamps. Rest of the game, please. I'm going to blade now. We're not going to ambush them or anything, and there's no sense exposing ourselves to counter magic in blue. Yeah, Cincy, it's pretty easy. Best of one, man. You can't commit to draft. You're not sure whether to commit to drafting or buying packs. Well, I've got your answer. Oh, wait, we found a plains. Inspired Charge would 2-for-1 us against that Baloth, and it's vigilant, so it's going to be tough for the rest of the... A tough matchup the rest of the way here, unless we kill it. If we Inspired Charge to 2-for-1, the Hired Blade, then we have nothing great for the Angel. I kind of want to do Angel first. It's just that if we Angel here, we don't get any good attacks, which is kind of sad. But I think it's just our reality. We're playing a 3/3 flyer for 5, and we have to accept that as reality. This one's not going well for us, gotta say. Don't like our chances, how it's playing out. Yeah, Swamp's not helping us. Defensive Inspired Charge incoming. I'll go ahead and do this because the Inspired Charge is going to make it so the Chaplain won't die anyway, and at least gets some, gets 3 points of life gain in there. Not going to get there with this non-stop flood of swamps. And I say that, and non-stop flood of plains incoming. Kinda just waiting to die here. What gets us back in here? Well, let's take a look. It's not the worst. I'm starting to think this might turn a corner for us. Oh, maybe it still can. Put the bonds on the Dreadmaw. And I could sandbag land, but I'm not gonna. I don't have actual card draw, but we have mana-hungry things, and I don't want to think. We have Gravedigger. I guess Gravedigger counts as... But it doesn't really... I mean, really, the whole card draw, play your lands thing is about if your card draw draws you lands, you don't want to have not played your lands, but obviously Gravedigger is not going to draw you lands. What will it draw? We have 9, so we can probably cast wherever we get back. We can get back and cast the Angel. That doesn't suck. But it's not amazing either, but still, I guess that's what we're doing. Let's see, what has attacks? Chaplain could just get eaten, or, you know, trade for a Highland game, which doesn't seem great. Epicure trades with the Engineer if we attack, or... Yeah, I'm okay with trading off for the Engineer, because if Oppo plays an artifact, we're just going to be dead to this flyer. So let's make him trade if they want to. We can get the 2-for-1, but again, actually, we just we still get a 2-for-1. We'll do this 2-for-1 right there. Well, was feeling a little grim, but we could draw out of this. I thought does Deckmaster not show the deck? I thought Deckmaster showed the deck, but maybe if it doesn't, I can do something about that. I thought Deckmaster did that. Oh, they put a Knight's Valor on that? Ooh. Well, we gotta find some removal. Actually, I have my own... Yeah, so, let's see. I thought Deckmaster showed the deck. Does it not? Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll take that in. I've just assumed that that was available to everybody, and since it's not, I'll take that into consideration, and we'll think about how to get that info back, because it was good. But I don't know why. I mean, I would think that if Deckmaster was concerned, they would put in a feature that allowed us to toggle that, but given that some streamers are going to like it and don't care about the sniping risk, I would be surprised if it were just taken out like that. More swamps. Not dead yet, but this is not going great here. We need, let's see, what gets us out of this? Marauder's Axe makes the Angel big enough to trade. Abnormal Endurance also does that. Regal Bloodlord allows for a double block. And I think that's it. So we have like 4 outs. But we're just drawing land, so that's how that's going to go. Now I think we're kind of out of outs because they get attacks that force us into chumps now. I don't have to chump the Angel yet, but the Chaplain's got to chump. I guess actually I'm gonna have the Gravedigger chump, because if we draw something that has a life gain combo, we might want the lifelink to trigger that. Now we're dead, because we got to put something on the boar, something on the Angel, and that leaves us with no real removal that just takes care of the Angel, which is the problem. Bonds was the only thing that did that, and that's gone now. So yeah, we're actually just literally dead. I mean, I don't even have another flyer. No, I have, we could block. Yeah, we can just do a bunch of chumping, but we don't have the outs left in the deck to do anything about this Angel. It's like we're just literally dead to the Angel. Only a second loss, though. We had a nice stretch there. I remember we were 1-1, right? So we just rattled off 5 wins. Finally took another one. Let's close this out. I want 7. Finish the day on 7. I'm not going to stream extra long today, but my kids are leaving to visit grandparents tomorrow for their spring break. And then my wife is leaving to go join them at the end of the week. And just for the weekend, and so I'm having a weekend home alone, and basically I'll be available to stream more longer this week, I think. Since he's asking, well, we're saving gems for more limited, really. Like what? See, if you're totally into constructed, maybe you're buying packs to get what you need, but we're here to play as much limited as we can, so I'm saving gems to not have to pay for limited in the future. Kept a risky one, but it's worked out in terms of finding the swamp. I kept it because we had turn 1 and then turn 2 Drill Master, which felt good, but I'm actually going to play the Child since we drew the swamp. And we can Drill Master the Child next turn for an even better effect. Yes, Rob. Both pre-orders, both one-time bundles have a better gem value than the $100 gem package. The $5 welcome bundle is way better, and the $15 styles bundle is a tiny bit better. It's barely better. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the second one. So there's a $5 bundle that's way better. The $15 better bundle is a little better, but not much, but still better. So let's see. If we drill master here, we do get in a shot with the child, but we have an opportunity to drop an awakener as well. I kind of like Awakener, do your worst. Awakener attack with both, go ahead and trade, because we have Awakener to get it back. And in fact, next turn we have Drill Master, make Awakener massive even if they play something, and have 2 left over to bring back whatever they trade here back. I will probably stream this weekend. Not sure when. Saturday's looking pretty busy for me, but maybe Saturday morning, actually. How about Saturday morning cartoons? With Magic being the cartoons. Interesting. They did not want to set me up for the Drill Master play, but now we get a blowout of a turn here. I'm not going to bother with the Drill Master. We're just going to Inspired Charge. Maybe. Gosh, maybe. Yeah, sure. We don't have to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Here comes 7. Exploding old lady. We did it, folks. We did it. Now that we've got the game out of the way, I'll speak to the economic discussion a little bit that's happening here. Thank you for your consistency, anonymous cheerer. All right, 7 wins. Slam it, baby. 950 plus packs, some of which we even get to gem grind. Whenever I open packs and they create gem grind, I just tie them. I track them with whatever event we're in. So even well, that's nice, a little mythic. Even though these are not, these are just weekly reward boosters, since they are occurring in the context of this event, we will add them to our gem grind. Oh right, we're not done with mythics yet. Sure. But there's a 20, so we'll add that 20 to our grind. Let me do that before I forget. Then we can talk economy a little bit before I go off. Oh, we can also finish up our discussion of the multicolored preview cards. Yeah, shut up. Thank you. My goodness. Don't hang around in the booster chamber. It's annoying in there. All right, we are on free-to-play, and we got an extra 20 in the gem grind there, and that was M19 draft. All right, I'll get that updated later on the 7 and 2. Nice. Wow, now I just kind of doing it because here we are. The gem prize was $9.50 on that, right? The 20 grind.